want to go over today how to get up from the floor. There's a couple of things that you need to know, and there's two different ways that I will teach you based on the presentation of the weakness that the individual may have. First of all, if you find that someone has fallen and they have hit their head, or you think that there may be some sort of injury, immediately call 911. After that, we prefer that you not, if they have hit their head, not move the head. Try to make the person as comfortable as possible, and then let EMS take care of it from there. However, if you feel like this was just a fall with no injury, you can also then contact 211 and say that you need non-emergency help to help you get off the ground. The other thing I would recommend is that you consider contacting your local fire department near your house and let them know what the lay of the house is. Let them know that you have a loved one with ALS in the house. If there's a fire, let them know where the bedroom is so they can come and help rescue them if they need to. And also, they can just be your call if you just need simple assistance with getting up from the ground. If we feel like you have the ability to get up from the ground, then the first thing I want you to do is make the person as comfortable as possible. Oftentimes, falls happen in closets or bathrooms, and it can be a very tight space. So try to wiggle as best you can to get the person to where they can be more comfortable. I often recommend providing a pillow so that they can rest. Do not attempt to get up immediately in the first 5 minutes. Let them calm down, feel comfortable, try to gain some energy. If we get up too quickly, it's just going to be push and pull and push, and no one's going to be successful, and it's going to be very frustrating. So after you know that somebody has been comfortably laying and is ready to come to a stand, what I'm going to ask you to do is help them bend their legs, and we're going to go into a position on their stomach. This is a harder challenge, but sometimes for people with difficulty with their arms, this may not be the best. But the goal is always trying to get you to your stomach. If you have weak legs and the arms work okay, this is probably the best mechanism. So if they need help with rolling, go ahead and take your time rolling. This usually means moving the arms. Sometimes we get stuck in this posture, so you need to make sure the arm is going to go overhead to be able to get them onto their belly. Okay? So your job is to make yourself as safe as possible, and we're going to roll all the way onto their stomach. Watch that arms and limbs are okay, neck is okay, as you roll to their stomach. Okay? Now we have them on their stomach, and please make sure that they feel comfortable as far as breathing. Sometimes it is easier just to go straight to standing, but with assistance, and just have firemen come pick them up. But if you feel like doing it on your own, this will be your next best posture. One piece of equipment that I do recommend that you have that can help the caregiver is a gait belt. It's spelled G-A-I-T, often used for walking, which is gait. But in this situation, it can be critical to helping your back. So you're going to slide this belt onto your loved one as best you can. You're going to make sure that you have it below around the waist. You take it through the teeth and then cinch it up tight. You're going just above the hip bones. If they have a peg tube, you want to go above it, and then you'll be at the breast line. You don't have to go any further than here, but it's always a good idea to back it up. So the next posture that we're going to do, and I'm envisioning that this individual does have some ability to utilize their arms, because this is better for somebody who has more arm leverage. So you're going to ask them to put the arms by their head, and the first posture that we're going to from here is we're going to bring the hips up into the air and walk the arms back. If we can get into this posture, we are now further off the ground. To help this person do that, you are going to hug the legs, and you're going to ask them to push with their arms while you grab the waist to pull the buttocks back towards their legs. 1, 2, 3, pull. Okay, so now we have them in this posture, and I can hold on to them so that they're not wiggly. If the arms need to rest, they can just collapse down and relax the head on the ground. Okay, so the next thing you need from this posture is a chair or a mat. If I prefer, somebody can walk and crawl to the table or a bed, that would be great. If not, we have a chair, and we ask them to walk and step up to where their arms are on the chair. Okay? Next, the tricky part is bringing one leg up. Your choices of leg depend on, you may want the weak leg underneath you and the caregiver can support. You may want the weak leg here so that this leg can push. What's going to happen now is called the head butt rule. The head is going to go down towards the chair, the butt is going into the sky. Your job is to lift and switch and pull up the buttocks towards the sky. 1, 2, 3. Up. Good. Now they are on their feet. They should be able to come around to a sitting posture. So that was how you get them if they can use a little bit more of their legs. I'm going to show you how we can make this easier now where you don't have to, you may not have the ability to push up on the legs. So what happens is we got to that same posture, we're on our hands and knees. And from this position, what we're going to do is still bring this chair closer and allow them to rest their arms onto the chair. So now we're a little bit taller. We're still going to take a leg up and place it down. Now the leg that is here, again, they can collapse on this chair as much as they want and we feel pretty safe. Right now this leg is up. I can take this chair right behind their buttocks, excuse me. And now we're just going to lift the bum and push them back onto the chair. 1, 2, 3. Okay, she got on the chair and that's all we care about. So that's a 2-chair method. The other requires more strength. Okay, so the final mechanism to be able to help somebody up, this may be one that is not, it's a little bit physically harder, but if you really cannot get into your stomach or the arms are weak, or the legs, the arms wouldn't be able to support somebody to push up on their stomach, this would be your last mechanism. There are so many other ways to be able to do this, but these are just some brief tips to be able to help you. So the first thing I'm going to have you do is help the person come into a sitting posture. All the same stuff applies, make sure they're okay. Now in this mechanism, basically the idea is to take the individual up steps at a time. So grab a small stool in your house, something that you feel just small, you're not trying to go very far, small ledges, so an entire chair is too much. Now the person who may not have the ability to use their arms, but has some ability to use their legs, we're going to bring those legs up. The tricky part on this is also the head butt roll. You have to make it's a little bit harder position, but you do have to, you're going to grab the gait belt. This is why you want that gait belt nice and tight, otherwise it slips. And you're going to ask them to help push with their legs after you get their butt up a little bit. You're going to lean them forward, and then you're going to lift their butt and put it onto this chair that I'm standing over. So on 3, 1, 2, 3. Push. Good. Now that's a normal reaction. She wasn't expecting me to be able to lift her, so she wanted to put her arms down. But the fact that I was in mechanically sound position and just had to bring her buttocks up because her head was forward allowed me to really lift. And then she did give me a good push with her legs. The normal response is to be a little scared and throw the arms out. Okay, so that's kind of the final one. Now from here, we have other options to be able to continue to boost them up through the different postures to where they are all the way to a sitting position. Once we're in this posture, though, it's usually easier for them to get up and have the flexibility. So for right now, even to get to this chair, if the arms don't work, again, pull your legs in, and we're just going to do a scoot into this chair, again, pushing with the legs and up. Okay? Thank you.